Hi everyone. Let me ask you one question. What do you think about gender equality in India? Are we really having gender equality? Let me tell you. We are going to talk about SDG 5, which is to achieve gender equality, and we mean two different genders. One is males, other is females. But in females, we are going to focus on two different categories. One is girl child, other is women. So let us see how do we see in India gender equality. So let me tell you that there are several tortures, rapes, and molestations done on the females, maybe girl child or even women. SDG 5 is to achieve goals and empower all women and girls. So, gender bias results in loss of talent which woman possesses and sometimes possesses more and better than man, which we lose. Elimination of all harmful practices is the need of the day. United Nations SDGs are mainly for climate protection, but there are simultaneous goals like no poverty, zero hunger, quality education, and now we are going to gender equality. So let us see what all is happening in this world. There are 155 countries which have rules that women cannot work in the factories or woman is not allowed to work in the night shifts. Gender bias is prevailing many times more than what we think. But the situation is very slowly improving. So what happens is there are child marriages, there are forced marriages, there is slavery, selling of this, what we call it as a human trafficking, where the girls are sold and bought and misused, tortured, and people or man get pleasure out of that torture. We have seen the example of Nirbhaya and what happened to her. She was gang raped in a bus by 3 persons, males, and was brutally killed, harming her private parts. So, if that is going to be the masculinity versus femininity battle, the masculinity wins. And that's where gender equality is totally harmed. So, there is one more area which I would like to say is in the offices. There are several cases where women were molested by their superiors. There have been cases where a senior judge was caught or complained by his deputy or assistant on molestation. So this happens very often, and government is doing so many things. Government has come out with several schemes to protect women. Even state governments are working, central governments are working. There are softwares which are made so that girls can use that and seek help from the police. Now there is one more area where I was so much pained to know about while I was doing my research on SDG 5. This is something called FGM, female genetic mutilation. This is particularly happening in African countries and in India also, in Mumbai also. What happens is that the private parts of the girls in the age of 5 to 15, they are damaged, they are operated, they carry out the procedure by which they have to suffer throughout their life. Such are the traumatic conditions they are exposed to. So what is happening? Why are we not able to make gender equality truly applicable in India? So my question is that I have seen several schemes, and which I'll be showing you in my slides, that the government of India and government of Karnataka, I had taken example from, have implemented to protect women. So if you see even the role of women in jobs or in government is very limited. They are in very minor percentage and they are paid less, they are getting less educational opportunities, and finally they are the victims. For example, if there is a family of 4 with 3 sons and 1 daughter, the man is earning, but the wife will not let the girl go to school. She will be told to help her in the kitchen and in home work. So the boy goes to the school, studies, but the girl remains uneducated. And such girls are married at a very young age and they become mothers very fast. They have no knowledge about sexual relationships, about maternity, anything, and they are the sufferers. So let us decide, let us try to work on this and promote girls and women so that we achieve gender equality by 2030. The goal is still, we have 9 years to go and we can do miracles. If all of us, including governments, state and central, work on giving opportunities to women and protecting them, then we will achieve this goal. The factories, the offices have been asked to create a POSH committee. POSH, POSH is basically prevention of sexual harassment. So there are laws, but what happens is girls don't come forward. Now, as I said, FGM, female genital mutilation, some ladies have come forward and talked about this. Otherwise, it was considered as a stigma earlier. So for no religious reason, they are operated, procedure is carried out, and the private parts are damaged, which is very bad. So let us try to support the females, both the girl child and the women, so that we can achieve this goal by 2030. I request you to like, share, and subscribe to my channel, which is on creating awareness on the climate change, global warming, and environment. So please give your comments and let me know where I can improve. Thank you very much. See you next week with SDG 6. Bye.